Exactly 30 minutes past the hour. This is the news center right here on KTN News. Now let me take you over to Wote town, where the town is facing acute water shortages even as the heavy rains continue. Some residents there say taps have remained dry for months. Residents are now buying water as they watch the flood runoff west away.
Tulikuwa tunauza wakamwona ikiwa tulikuwa tu tunauza almost, unaona kaa watu sisi watu wa baskeli tunauza, unaona kaa kuna mtu anaweza enda round kaa 20 hivi, kuna mwingine anaweza enda round 5 hivi. Sasa hiyo ni kumaanisha kwamba hata kitambo maji ilikuwa ina shida wote, si kumaanisha ati kwenda kwa Monolo ndio maji ilikuwa
shida ya maji. Okay, hapo mbeleni kulikuwa kuna shida lakini si vile, lakini kutoka wakati msimu wa mvua umeanza maji imekuwa ni shida kabisa, kwa sababu tukiangalia saa hii mto imejaa maji, lakini maji ya kunywa imekuwa shida. Nimezunguka kutafuta maji kuanzia asubuhi, nimeamua sasa kukuja hapa hivi kwa kisima, na ukiangalia kisima ni kitu kidogo sana, mtungi mmoja inachukua muda mrefu sana kabla ijae. So hii mambo imeleta shida, ingalau wanasema kuwa damu ndio ilileta shida baada ya kusombwa, lakini still kuna mambo ambayo yanafaa kuangaliwa, kwa sababu hata kabla msimu huu wa mvua uanze tulikuwa na hitilafu bado ya maji.
Residents of Wote, they are complaining of lack of water in that area. Now, Meru Youth Service, over to that, and over 1,000 young people in Meru County are set to benefit from the first ever Meru Youth Service. This is an initiative that targets school leavers and equips them with necessary skills towards community service. The program runs during school breaks, after which beneficiaries are dispatched to different county departments for hands-on experience. Our reporter George Maringa has more.
Meru School is awash with color green. The young hearts may be green in matters job experience, but they will not stay ununiformed for long. Elated, they dance and cherish the chance, a chance to learn and serve the community. This is the Meru Youth Service.
We want to assure
the county customized replica of the National Youth Service is a pioneer program that has turned the limelight to Meru.
Walevi, wale wanapita chorochoroni, wale wanavuta zile vitu vingine, na wale wanafanya mapenzi kiholela hati apende. Aliniambia Nairobi. Sasa na mimi nimewaonya sasa, sababu sisi huko UN Habitat tuko tayari kufanya na yeye kazi ili muendelee.
Meru County residents aged between 18 and 35 years are eligible to enroll, and the call saw 5,000 youths from across the 45 wards turn up to be part of the inaugural batch of trainees. The rigorous selection process confirmed 1,000 applicants who were admitted to the program 20th of April. Meru School hosting the 2-week-long county course.
because of extreme conditions in which they find themselves, they are driven into that extreme behavior. And we hope through interventions like what we are doing through the Meru Service, we shall be able to contain certain aspects so that our youth are not led into those negative social behaviors, including crime and radicalism.
Beneficiaries have undergone workmanship training. At the end of the first session, beneficiaries got a boost of knowledge as different partners engaged them on effective economic production and wealth creation.
Empowerment can help you to understand the importance of education that leads to social improvement of the country. With the inculcation of youth empowerment, the youth can reject the status quo and pave a way for a better future.
Opportunities has two important elements. There is the element of time, there is the element of space. This is the right time for you. It's an opportunity. And also, you are so lucky you are in Meru.
In Kenya, 3 out of 4 Kenyans are under the age of 30 or 35. So you are not only the leaders of tomorrow, you have to be the leaders of today.
The pass out is set for this Friday, after which the vibrant youth will be deployed to various sectors such as public healthcare, construction, and craftsmanship within the county. The first graduation is expected next year, such a time. George Maringa, KTN News, Meru County.
And the Friday, George Maringa is talking about the day that has been scheduled aside for that passing out is today. Now, George is joining me all the way from the county of Meru. George, good morning. People are talking about the Meru Youth Service. This sounds like a replica of the National Youth Service. Perhaps, how different are these two? Hello, Maringa, if you could hear me, I believe the passing out of the Meru Meru Youth Services today. So the people are asking, this sounds like a replica of the National Youth Service. How different are these two? Hello, Maringa, can you hear me?
Good morning, Yusuf. Now, it is a day of excitement, if you could call it, for residents of Meru County specifically, who have, whose children and students who enrolled to the Meru Youth Service, will be passing out after 2 weeks of intensive training at the Meru School, just right up here. And it was an intensive training that was preceded by applications and, rigorous vetting by the team or the committee that was set out to come up with these 1,000 participants. Out of the 45 in the 45 wards in Meru County, over 5,000 applicants applied, and about 1,000 of them were accepted, and they went through intensive training at the Meru School. Now, in the yesterday we did have the first conference. That was the Meru, a conference preceding the pass out yesterday, and that is when we had various guests and partners who are partnering with the Meru County government, that is the UN Habitat, and also UN Habitat, and also various embassies who gave talks and encouraged the youth even as they pass out now today. The event is supposed to begin. We were told it's supposed to begin at 10:30. It hasn't started yet, and we are told also that it's the CS for Youth and Gender Affairs, Margaret Kobia, who also hails from this part of the country, will be the chief guest at the pass-out ceremony. Now, over 1,000 youth are expected. Will pass out, and they will go on to conduct their services and sort of aiding the county in what we would call various jobs, such as craftsmanship. There are those who will also go into the health sector, and afterwards they will later come back to the school, Meru School, in August when the school closes. Now remember, Yusuf, the schools, Meru School will open right about next week. And that is when the students, now the graduates, if you could call them, from the Meru Youth Service will be deployed to various sectors, and they will afterwards in August, when the school holidays begin, come back in August, have another training. In September, they will be deployed again, come back in December, and then they will graduate at a time like this next year, Yusuf.
George, let me get this clear. We all know about the National Youth Service, and now we have the Meru Youth Service. Perhaps one would like to know, what are the qualifications of joining the Meru Youth Service? Perhaps are they targeting youths from across the country, or this just meant for youths in Meru County? And again, George, I'd like you to clear this for us. Are they targeting, those who've cleared universities, colleges, or what are their qualifications? Can you clear that for us?
Yusuf, right. The qualifications, it is a subject that has raised questions with many asking, is it only for Meru County? Yes, indeed, it is the first service. If you'll remember, it is an imitation of the National Youth Service, and Meru County is the first to implement such a service. Remember, Yusuf, they cannot roll out the service to neighboring counties, if you could call them, before they begin with their own. And as I have said, 45 wards, the youth drawn from 45 wards in the county are the ones who are eligible. Their qualifications included anyone between between the age of 18 and 35 years, which is the constitutional requirement or age limit for a person to be described or considered as a youth. Now, the qualifications, each one went to. We did have a press conference right about before before the recruitment began, where the committee, the chairman of the committee, told us that the youth were supposed to go pick forms from the county administrators or the ward administrators, I beg your pardon, who were then fill in their details. If, for example, you come from the Meru Town ward, you would pick your forms from this ward in the county. If you are from the other sides of probably a place like Egoji, you would have to go pick your forms from there, and that is when they were all consolidated and brought to the Meru school. Now, these youth who are passing out today, there are 1,000 of them who qualified. We were actually told that there were a number of 2 of them who actually didn't give up. Yusuf, this attracted a huge number of applicants. Yesterday we did have a case study where one young man or one student who, of course, is within the 18 to 35 age bracket, came to the Meru school, registered and delivered his forms, but he was not eligible, and he pitched camp outside, and then he later, he didn't give up through because he did have financial challenges, and he didn't want to go back home because, remember, an idle mind is a devil's workshop, Yusuf, and most of these students, who could fall between 18 to 35 are those probably who have completed Form 4 and are looking to do something for their lives, and that is why the county government stepped in to create this initiative that will not only help the youth in the county, but also, improve the standards, also the living standards, in that they will be deployed instead of, employing casual workers or such, things. These youth would go a long way in not only being empowered, but also having, employment opportunities created for them, and to also help in various sectors that includes healthcare, the education system, and also, cleaning up the town. Because, Yusuf, last month we did experience floods here in Meru Town for the first time. And, the county government organized a cleanup exercise. And, that is one of the things that they said, had the Meru Youth Service qualified, they would really help, in as much as we do have the humanitarian agencies who had come. So, Yusuf, it is a comprehensive training that will see them, just like the National Youth Service that we do have across the country. This one is targeted to the youth and the young people of Meru County, which has 45 wards. Yusuf.
Yes, George, this is a very interesting development coming out of Meru. One final question with regards to the Meru Youth Service. Before you give us an update, I believe there's a fire incident there in Meru that took place, is it last night? You're going to tell us more on that. But one final question on the Meru Youth Service. Now, George, there are those who are asking, is the Meru County government working alone on this, or are they working with other stakeholders? Most importantly, are they working with the National Youth Service as well?
Yes, Yusuf, this is an initiative that brings together on board various stakeholders. In the committee itself, we do have, representatives from the county. We also have from the national government. And we also have, as I have mentioned, the county government is partnering with different UN agencies, such as the UN Habitat and also the OFA. And Yusuf, to mention the budget, that the initial budget was set aside for this project, as we were told by the Meru Youth Service Steering Committee chairman, was 100 million, and it was from the county government kitty, of course, drawn from the national government kitty that is brought to the county government, and also, with the donors, it was not only, the 100 million was not only from the county government, it included also contributions from the UN Habitat, who also provided mentorship and training to these young people as they were undergoing the training at the Meru school. Now, that is why it is a first for counties, a first specifically also for Meru County, and we did have also mixed reactions, with many asking how will this benefit our youth. And they have, speaking to them yesterday, they are really excited that they have gained the skills. They will be mentored and go on with the, with the various services after they are deployed from tomorrow. Now we are expecting, a flurry of activities proceeding any time from now, because we're right on the, the road leading to the Meru School. We were, warned of a traffic alert because of the dignitaries expected from the United Nations and UN Habitat. And regarding the fire incident, Yusuf, we were alerted that close to the Meru School, there was a fire incident that broke out shortly after 7 a.m. this morning, and we did have the firefighters, the fire engines proceeding to the place, or to the fire incident. I believe this is an ambulance coming from that place, actually. And that is, it's a fire incident. We don't know the statistics yet, Yusuf. We are yet to confirm, but it is a fire incident, we are told, that happened in a building close to Meru School, where the training is happening. Now, Yusuf, this is, according to the county government, they take pride in this thing. So did the parents, and residents we talked to, as well as the young men and women between the age of 18 and 35, who are really excited to participate in this program, which is, supposed to empower them to, achieve various things in the county and to assist in different sectors such as healthcare, craftsmanship, and others. Yusuf.
Of course, there is a fresh initiative coming out of the county of Meru. Many thanks, George Maringa, for that comprehensive update coming out of Meru County, telling us more. Of course, there is Maringa telling us more about the Meru Youth Service. Sounds like a replica of the National Youth Service. And also giving us an update which concerns a fire incident that took place in that town. Now, governors drawn from 10 counties and Devolution Cabinet Secretary Eugene Omalwa today toured Garissa County in an effort to bring development in the region. Speaking at Garissa University, the governors lauded the World Bank for sponsoring development projects in the 10 counties, such as road construction, agriculture, and construction of abattoirs, among other projects. The projects will cost 120 billion shillings.
And it's also important to mention that in addition to these new NEDI projects, we have already other implementing World Bank projects in the NEDI counties. Some of these have been referenced already. This is totaling 1.4 billion, and it includes support to devolution, youth employment, health system, education, urban development, trade, and pastoral livelihood.
This is an area which has historically been underserved and is performing below national average on development indicators. We take note that the World Bank is already investing about 20%, and this we are talking about close to US dollars 1.4 billion of its current US dollars 6.9 billion commitment in the NEDI counties.
After devolution, this would be the second largest transformative investment in our region. Ladies and gentlemen, the population of these counties covered by the NEDI projects are very excited and are now getting the true feeling of being Kenyan.
Actually, there is an event that took place yesterday in Garissa, that is in northern Kenya. Now, First Lady Margaret Kenyatta has expressed the need for leaders to champion the entrenchment of the rights and dignity of the adolescent girls by ensuring they access basic services, including sanitary products. Now, the First Lady spoke in Nairobi Thursday when she launched the Menstrual Health Management Program. She said ignoring menstrual hygiene needs is a violation of girls' rights. The Menstrual Management Program is an initiative spearheaded by County First Ladies Association with support from the Red Cross Society, the African Cotton Industries and Children Investment Fund Foundation.
Myself as a millipede on my bed.
Acquisition of the sanitary towels in this program will be made easier by the presence of African Cotton Industries Limited. That's a local manufacturer of personal hygiene products, as you have heard, which is a key partner in this program.
Regular retention of girls in school. We also reported enhanced performance and better performance by girls, and the transition of girls from one level to the next.
We recognize that women's health, especially menstrual health, is an important aspect of reproductive health, yet is not often talked about. As a result, many barriers towards reproductive health management persist and remain a challenge for thousands of women and girls. And today we are reminded that we still have a lot to do to eliminate the stigma, cultural and social barriers that infringe on safe health practices for our women and girls.
First Lady Margaret Kenyatta there speaking. Now, the Kenya Red Cross Society is set to launch an emergency appeal to support families affected by the ongoing floods across the country. The event is expected any time from now at the KRC headquarters. But here are some of the concerns the humanitarian body is highlighting.
Isipokuwa hapa mmekampa mahali ingine.
We've deployed a treatment plant that can produce 3,000 liters per hour, 3,000 liters per hour in Tana River. We'll do the same in Kilifi. We are bringing 2 more treatment plants, one with a capacity of 3,000, equivalent to the Tana River one, which will be set at Garashi camping site. The other one will be with a capacity of 5,000 liters per hour, which will be stationed at along the Sabaki Bridge.
Sehemu ya Tana River County vile mnavyoona maji yamekuwa mengi zaidi na tena kwa muda mrefu sana. Ukiangalia hapa kando, miji hizi zote zimetoka katika ndani ya delta na imekuja pande hii. Na hasa maji yamekuwa mengi kama shule ya Imani Primary. Saa hii vijana wako hapa kwenye mahema na hiyo shule wameshaondoka, na saa hii tungependa kupata shule ya dharura katika hii sehemu ambayo ni kavu, ambayo ni sehemu ya highway ya kwenda Lamu, tuweze kusoma hapa Gamba.
Once again, a recap of a Twitter poll question this morning as we mark NHIF Awareness Day today. We did ask you earlier to share with us your NHIF experience. We did ask you to share with us your NHIF experience or your NHIF story. And we're getting a lot of feedback here on Twitter. Emmanuel says, useless. At Machakos Level 5, they have no drugs for arthritis. I have to buy the drugs for my mom despite the fact that she has the NHIF cover. They only have painkillers. NHIF is another scam. Hi, Saidi. That is Emmanuel. At Shinan Bao says, it is a good initiative, but very expensive for young people who form the largest population of this country. We are unable to keep up with the monthly contributions. We need a package that works for young people. Another feedback here, Tungujiri says, okay, why was it erected in the first place? I think he's talking about the billboards we've been talking about early this morning. At Gregory Mutum also talks about the billboards. He's saying, what if the target audience is Chinese? Style up Mutua, in reference to the KFCB CEO. And then with regards to NHIF, at James says, NHIF Kenya, quite good and very improved, but unfortunately, I lost that. Oh, yeah, he says, but unfortunately, your Mombasa office is dysfunctional, and now and again, we have to consult your headquarters, which is a sad state of affairs in this time and era. At Salim Bajaba says, Coast General Mombasa doesn't believe in NHIF policy. Go and check how Kenyans are suffering due to their bad management. Thank you very much for your feedback there at Salim Bajaba. And that brings us to the end of our program this morning. Many thanks for watching News Center right on KTN News. My name is Yusuf Ibrahim. Up next is Leo Mashinani, and I believe there is a huge traffic snarl up there in the central business district of the capital, Nairobi. Those are live pictures we're bringing your way from the Kenyatta Avenue in the CBD. So if you're heading that way, try and look for alternative routes to the CBD. Many thanks for watching. Bye-bye and enjoy the rest of your day.